Hello and welcome to Echelon 1. Today we'll be walking through the creation of a very powerful system, driven by AI using only some prompt engineering. Let's get started. Let's make a new system called AWS ECR repositories. This is a blank system, of course, so let's get started with our first command. I want this command to list all AWS ECR repositories and various information about them, so I'll name it accordingly and give it a description and a target. This is where we would code, but we won't be the ones doing the coding, so instead, let's bring up our AI and do some prompt engineering. I want to collect ECR repositories, so I'll type just that to our AI. A few seconds later, we're in business. But I want more. In each repo dictionary, I want to add a property that shows the number of images in the repository. Moments later, that too is done. But of course, we can add even more. In each repo dictionary, I want to add a property that shows the encryption type. This all looks good so far, so why not send it out and see what happens? No errors, which is always a good sign. And if we head back to our system and check out one of these entries, you can see the JSON came back with all the information we asked for. Before we tidy up the system to look nice, I want to add some more stuff, so let's head back into the command for some more prompt engineering. How about this? In each repo dictionary, add a property that shows the value of the tag purpose. That looks good. Finally, let's get our E1 alias, ID, and geo. In each repo dictionary, add a tenant alias, tenant ID, and tenant geo from the e1.tenant. Then I'll run it once more to see that we again have no errors. Wonderful, I'd say that that's a complete command. We now have a collector that will consolidate our data from any number of accounts. We can now head back to the system page to make things look nice. Collect some JSON, then toss that JSON into our table populator, organize some things around, and now we've got a nice table. One of these entries isn't quite like the others though. It looks like one of our entries has substantially more images than the others. We should probably fix that. Let's do just that with another command and some more prompt engineering. Let's set up a command to delete all but the newest 5 images. New command, delete old images. Inside our command, let's bring up the AI and give it some prompts. Create a command that checks ECR repository and deletes all images except for the 5 newest, without any print statements. If you glance over the generated code, it looks like the AI wants to start up a session to do this. I want to assume a role instead, so instead of session, use assume method. The command also isn't fitting into our ID and geo from our collector like I want, so I'll give it a couple more prompts to make sure it's pulling the right data. The account_ID should come from the resource property of tenant ID. The region should come from the resource property of tenant geo. And finally, the repo name should come from the resource property repo_name. Now this all looks like it'll do exactly what I want. It'll delete all but the newest 5 images across the board. But when the word delete comes up, it's important to take care, as deleting is a dangerous and permanent action. Let's engineer one final prompt that will allow us to test this command without breaking anything potentially important. For testing, comment out the batch delete command and add a print statement that tells which image would have been deleted. Now, instead of actually deleting any images, it'll simply tell us that it would have. Back in our system, we can run this command to see that, yes, indeed, it would have deleted over 100 images. So we could give another prompt to remove the comment and print statement to prep this command for a real run. In this video, we walked through the full creation of a system with multiple commands using AI and prompt engineering. We were able to make a fully fledged system and command array without a single line of code being written by us. That's just one of the many powerful tools available with Echelon 1. If you liked what you saw and you want to learn more, be sure to check us out at echelon1.app. Happy automating!